Welcome to another Fast Tips video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a customer-based discount in your Microsoft Access order entry system. This is where you want to make a discount that applies to a customer. So Joe Smith always gets a 12% discount. Me, Richard Rost, I always get a 15% discount. Jean-Luc Picard always gets a 17% discount, and so on. So anytime you make an order for them, that discount's automatically applied. Now, while this may be a fast tip video, this is a follow-up to a previous tech help video that I did called order discount. That's where you can put a discount on the order form. So if you don't have the discount already on your order form, you're going to have to do a lot more work. So go watch this video first if you haven't already, build that database, and then come back here and I'll show you how to put the discount on the customer form. Okay, here's the database that we built in the other discount video. So my tech help free template databases, you can grab a copy of this off my website if you want to, but unless you're a member, you still have to build the discount part into it, okay? So go to customer form, go to orders, and you'll see right there, right, there's a 10% discount. All right, this is what I teach you how to do in that other video, and then it puts the discount down here. It actually calculates the amount. All right, and if you go to another order here, you can see that 0% there. You can set it on each order differently. So if this order is 5%, maybe they got a coupon, I don't know. All right, if you go to create a new order for them, it's set back to 0. So the goal here is you might have certain customers that they always get a specific discount. Okay, maybe they're in a particular purchase level, or me, for example, my gold members get a certain discount. My platinum members get a 50% discount. All right, so any orders they place, they automatically get that discount, okay, if they use their discount link. So what I want to do is I want to put that discount right here on the customer form, and then anytime I make a new order for them, that discount gets applied. But you have to be careful. You can't make this related directly to the orders because you don't want it changing the existing discounts on the existing orders. So you can't just look this up from here every time you have an order. When you make a new order, you have to copy it from the customer form to the order form. Okay, you see the challenge here? You can't just make a query and pull that value in from the customer table because it'll change if you change it on the customer, right? If they, let's say they cancel their membership and now their discount goes back to 0, you don't want it changing all their old orders. So we got to copy it. Whenever we make a new order, we copy it over. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is put this discount percent value in the customer table and on the customer form. We can just copy it from here, right? So let's start with the tables. Let's go to the order table, design view. There's discount percent right there. It's a number of type double formatted as a percent. The default is 0. I'm just going to copy that, Control C. Let's go over to the customer table, design view, and then we'll just paste that in here on the bottom. Click there and then go paste. All right, there we go. That's easy. All right, save that. Close it, close it. Now let's do the same thing with the forms. Let's go to the order form, right click, design view. Now it's named the same thing, so I can just copy this, click on the text box. It also selects the label, copy that. You can close that form now. Design view on the customer form. And we'll just make some room and paste it down here, right? Right there, perfect. We'll slide this over so it lines up. Okay. Save it, close it, open it up. There's your blank discount. Now, everybody who's currently in the database will have a null value there. All right, if I go to a new record, though, you'll see my default zeros in there. But anybody who's currently in here, whenever you add a new field, you get null values. Now, for me, I only got like, what, 6 customers in here. So I just type in some values. All right, I'll just put zeros in for everybody right now. Okay? If you've got a lot, if you've got thousands of records and you don't want to do that, you can use an update query to set it to whatever you want. If you don't know how to do an update query, there's a video for you. I'll put links to all this stuff down below in the description below the video, and you can go click on that and watch the update queries video. All right, so now I can close that. I can come back to my customer form. I can put something in here for me. I'll put in 10, and then I'll press tab. And oh, there's another thing I don't like. Remember your tab order, right? Since I brought this field in last in my design view, this guy is in the bottom of the tab order. So I can fix my tab order. Let's go back into design view, right? Go to form design, go to tab order, and let's figure out where we want to put that thing. So here it is way down here under discount percent. I want it to go after, let's say, the country field. So I'll click on it and drag it right up here under country. That's the tab order. Save it, close it, and now this way when I'm in here and I go country, tab to discount, and then tab over to family size. That's called tab order. And guess what? Got a video about that too. There it is. Go watch that one if you want to learn more. Okay, so I'll set my discount to 10%. I'll set Jimmy Kirk's to 6%. And maybe, let's go to Jean-Luc. Maybe he's got 17% discount. Or a 1701 discount. Haha, right? My Star Trek nerds? Haha, love it. Okay, now here's the problem. When I go to create an order, okay, I want that discount rate to appear in there. Okay? Now, there's two things I have to do. First, we can set the default value of this equal to whatever that is over there when this form opens. All right, that's the easy thing to do. So let's do that first. Let me close both of these down. Okay, let's go back in, customer form, orders, right-click, design view. Now, if you watch the previous videos, you know, for example, with my customer combo box here, it gets its default value from forms customer F customer ID. I covered that in the invoicing video, and I got a whole separate video on that works too. It's called Getting a Value from an Open Form. Go watch that. Again, links will be down below. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this to make things easier. Let's copy that. Let's click on the discount percent, go to its default value, and we'll get rid of customer ID. Now watch this. That list pops up right there. See that? You don't get this in older versions of Access, folks. This is relatively new. 2007 or 2010, I think this was added. All right, scroll down. Where is it at? Find that discount percent. Oh, there it is right there. And pick it, and there you go. Now, this means when we open up the order form, while this guy's open in the background, okay, any new orders will grab that default rate. So let's go back over to Jean-Luc Picard and hit orders. And now you can see there's the discount rate there for a blank new order. And that's all fine and dandy, but what happens if I come into the order form by itself? Let's say you got a button over here, and you don't want to have to look up the customer's record first. You just want to come straight into the order form. Okay, and go to a new record. All right, now, this is saying name, pound name here, because that field, that form isn't open, so it can't find that field. So what we need to be able to do is, when we drop this down and pick someone like Jean-Luc, at that point, I need to update that value right there. Okay, we have to assume that the customer form isn't open. Now, there are a lot of different ways you can do this. Okay, my personal preferred method is to store that value inside this combo box. Just put it as another column in here. All right, it's the least amount of work that you can do, and then you just copy that column's value into that field. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, this combo box is based on something called customer LFQ. If you watch the invoicing video, which you should have if you watched the other discount video, right? Everything's kind of based on something before it. And everyone's like, well, why do you make me jump around through all these videos? Well, yeah, that's how the tech help videos are. I have to tell you what other videos to watch so you know what I'm doing in this video. If you don't like that, sign up for my full course. Start from beginner 1 and work your way up, and you don't have to jump around. That's why the course is designed that way. It's one lesson after the other. Anyways, let's go edit this customer LFQ and add the discount percent to it. So I'm going to close this stuff down. I don't like working on stuff with other things open. Main menu is an exception. All right, so let's find that customer LFQ. Remember, the purpose of this guy is just to take last name and first name and put them together like that. So we're just going to add that field to this query. All right, scroll down to the bottom. There it is. And any other fields you want in there too. You can do this with the address if you want to copy that address over to the invoice, right? So you want to know where this invoice was shipped to, right? I covered that in a couple of the videos. Okay, when I run this now, there's their discount percentages. All right, so save that query, and let's go back to our combo box. All right, now we're just going to add it to this combo box. You might find it easier to just recreate the combo box with the wizard, but we already know how to do that, right? I've covered that in several videos. Let me show you some new stuff here. Let me show you how to modify this combo box. Let's say you got this combo box all set up, and it's pretty, and you want to have to rebuild it again. We can just change what's in this combo box. So double-click on it to open up its properties. Now, the row source right here, I'll zoom in so you can see what's in there, Shift F2. This is an SQL select statement. It's basically picking what's in the box, right, where it's getting its data from. Select customer ID and LF, which is last name, first name, from that query, and we're going to order by LF, so it's sorted last name, first name. Okay, but this isn't an SQL lesson. I really recommend you do take some time to learn SQL, and I got some great lessons on that. In fact, here's a free one if you want to go watch this. It gives you all the basics of how SQL works in Access. All right, go watch that. But you can modify this guy without even using SQL. All you have to do is click on the little dot right there, the little builder button, and it opens it up like a query. See, that's a little query builder. Okay, and all you have to do is just add discount percent to that query to put it in the row source. Okay, save it, close it. It'll update that row source, and if you take a peek at it now, look at that. It added discount percent to it. Or you could just type it in here, either one, whatever works for you. Some people like the graphical way, some people like the SQL way. Okay, now that adds the column to the row source, but we still have one more thing we have to do. Go over to Format. It doesn't actually change the number of columns that are in there. So we have the column count property. We've now gone from 2 columns to 3 columns. So change that to 3. Remember, the first column is hidden. That's the ID, right? Go back over here and take a look at it again. Right? That first column is the customer ID. See it? Customer ID. You can ignore this customer LFQ dot. We only have one query or table that this is based on, so that's kind of moot. It's basically customer ID is column, the first column, which is column 0. All right, the columns are 0 based. That's column 0. Column 1 is last name, first name. Now column 2 is the discount percent. Okay, so we now have a total of 3 columns, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, that's the first thing we got to change. Second thing you got to change is the column widths property. Now this just looks like that, and you make this in the wizard when you make your combo box, right? You can slide these left and right to change the sizes. Okay, well this is kind of hard to read like that, so I'm just going to change that to 1.2 inches. Okay, and then we have to add the width for the second, or actually the third column, column 2. So that's going to be a percent number, kind of small. Let's go semicolon and then 0.5 inches like that. We'll make it half an inch. Okay, so we've just changed the widths of all the columns in the combo box. One more little setting. This, I know I said it's easier to do it this way, but just bear with me. Okay, now this is the list width. This is how wide the combo box is when you open it up. Remember, it can be wider than the box itself when it's closed. All right, and before it was just the same width as that, but now let's make it, let's see, what do we got? 1.7 about here. So let's make that 1 point. I like to make it a little bit wider than the total width there because it gives room for your scroll bar. So 1.8 inches, let's make that. Okay, see that? That's column widths, column count, and then the list width. While we're at it, list rows is how many you want to see when the box is open. If you only want to see 4 at a time, the default's 16. All right, so if you got more than 16 records in this combo box, you'll see 16 of them with a scroll bar. You can change that to 8 if you want to, or 10, or whatever number you want in there. There's also the column headers. All right, that's if you want to see the names of the columns above each column. I don't like that setting at all. I never like that. Maybe in a list box, maybe, but not in a combo box. If you want to learn about all of these different combo box properties, I cover them in detail in my Access Beginner Level 8 class. Okay, and things like tab order, tab stop. Okay, we go over all kinds of combo box related stuff. Lots of cool stuff in this class. All right, Access Beginner Level 8. Again, I'll put a link to this down below. Okay, so we got our combo box looking like we want it to look. Let's close that. Save the form, close it, open it back up again. Always close your forms and reopen them. I don't like switching between design view and then back to form view and then back to design view, especially when you get into programming. Things can get messed up with events not firing right. Just close it down, reopen it. Trust me, get in that habit. All right, now when you drop down this customer combo box, though, look at that. There's your discount rates there. So any other information you want to see in that combo box when it's open, you can put in those columns. Now, here's the tricky part. If we open up an order and we change the customer, we want the discount rate to change too. Okay? So if I change this to Jean-Luc, I want that to change to 17.01 and apply accordingly. Okay? In order to do that, we have to use something called the after update event, which means we need one line of VBA programming. One line. Now, don't be scared, folks. Don't be scared. A little tiny bit of VBA makes your databases a whole lot more powerful. You're going up to a whole nother level. okay? But it's not hard. Go watch my intro to VBA video. It's absolutely free. It's about 20 minutes long, and it will teach you everything you need to know to get started with VBA, okay? We just need one line of code, but we got to know where to put it. So, design view. We're going to open up the properties again for this combo box. Go to events and find after update. The after update event will fire when we change the value in the customer combo box. All right, hit the ... button. That will open up your VBA code window. There it is. Okay? And if you watch the other video, you've been through this. You know the discount percent after update runs a refresh to refresh that data on the bottom if you change it, right? So we basically have to say in here, I want to copy the value that is in column 2 of the customer combo box to the discount percent rate. Okay? So it looks like this. You ready? We're going to say discount percent equals customer combo dot column 2. Remember, 0, 1, 2. Now, notice I intentionally didn't capitalize everything because, watch this, when I press enter or down or move off of that, look at that. The letters all capitalize themselves the way they should be. That's the way you could tell that you spelled everything right. Because if you don't spell something right, it won't auto-capitalize like that. Okay? Now, after we do that, I lied. We need 2 lines of code because we also have to run me refresh after this too. All right, me.refresh. That way, if you change the discount percentage, it'll also refresh the calculations at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, okay, we need 2 lines of code, sorry. But let me rephrase that. We need 1 line of new code because we already have it down here. All right? Okay, save it. Close your code editor. Close this, close that. Open this up. All right, and now I'm going to drop this down, and I'm going to pick Jean-Luc. Boom, and look at that. It updated that to 17.01%. And if there was actually data in here, data, get it? If there's that data in there, what's data doing in there? That's not funny, is it? Oh, okay. All right, but now watch this. If I change it, look, the discount's $20 now. If I change it to Jimmy Kirk, look at that. It updates. It changes that. It gets the value out of the combo box, puts it in that field, and then refreshes all the calculations. See that? And now, the reason why we do it this way, though, is because if we close this, if we change James Kirk's discount percent to 5, okay, and then if we go and let's say we go back, we come into him later on, and we open up his old orders. That's the one that was already in there. See, the ones that are already in there don't change. Okay, that one still says 6%. Okay, and this one here, is that an existing one? Yeah, it's an existing one. There's one in there already that's got 20% in there, but that must be an old one. Okay, that's why we do that. It's the same thing with addresses. All right, I cover that in, what video do I cover that in? I cover this in the invoicing video, but it's in the extended cut for the members. Okay, and this database alone is worth the cost of membership, folks. All right, gold members can download a copy of this too. So in your customer form, right, if we go to orders, there's a couple of things there's a couple reasons why this one's enhanced. But if you go to create a new order here, all right, and I pick Jean-Luc Picard, for example, you want to change it? Are you sure? Yes. It puts his address in there using a very similar method to what we just did. Okay, and we can pick products down here from a product table. Here's the product table over there. We've got an actual product list. Okay, with a markup and everything. Lots of stuff in this members video, right? If we drop this down, we pick something like the Batleth, hit add. All right, pulls that in there. Okay, and that data is, some of that data is in the combo box. We copy it over from the columns. Now, some things you can't put in a combo box. For example, if you look at training, if I hit add, look at that. Training has notes associated with it. Those notes are in a long text field, and you can't put long text fields in a combo box. It's just one of the limitations. So you have to use a different technique altogether to do that. And that is covered in my invoicing videos extended cut for the members. And if you want to learn a lot more about building an order entry system, access expert level 8 and level 9. We build a very detailed order entry system. We build a product database. We do tax, sales tax, discounts, all that kind of stuff. That's expert 8 and expert level 9. Part of my full complete series where you don't have to jump around. It's all one class after the next. All right, you pick products and stuff. I show you a couple different methods for doing this stuff. Building invoices. Okay, these are all my full classes. So there you go. There's your fast tip for today. I hope you learned something, and we'll see you next time. How do you become a member? Click on the Join button below the video. After you click the Join button, you'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks. Silver members and up will get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class each month, and more. Gold members get access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus my code vault, where I keep tons of different functions that I use. You'll also get a higher priority if you decide to submit any tech help questions to me, and you'll get one free expert class each month after you finish the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks, plus even higher priority for tech help questions, access to all of my full beginner courses for every subject, and one free developer class each month after you finish the expert classes. These are the full-length courses found on my website, not just for Access too. I also teach Word, Excel, Visual Basic, and lots more. You can now become a Diamond sponsor and have your name or company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown in each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. But don't worry, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and click on the bell icon to select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Make sure you click the Show More link down below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Even if you don't want to become a member, feel free to donate to my tip jar. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got puppies to feed. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access. It's over 4 hours long, and I just updated it for 2021. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below that you can click on. And also, if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. Yep, that's all, $1, and it's free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level, even supporters. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page on my website. You can send me your question there. While you're on my site, feel free to stop by the Access Forum. Lots of good conversations happening there. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course, YouTube. Once again, my name is Richard Ross. Thank you for watching this tech help video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something today. I'll see you again soon.